Hello, everybody. Nice to have you here. How are you today? All right. I want to hear from you. Want to hear from everybody. How are you doing? How's your heart? How's your body? How's your mind? Check it out. People, get on. Take your time. Feel into that transition. Feel into your intention in showing up here. And enjoy transition. That's all part of practice. We're so busy, moving so fast. So I want to welcome you and your good hearts into the room. This is our opportunity to pay attention in a particular way. We're going to look at a topic and then dive into practice together. I love it. And as you get on, say where you're joining from. It connects us up. Like Carl's in South Wales. And we've got Francis in the room. Nice, yeah. And we start to pin that map, and it helps us when we're doing these things online, remotely, that the brain can really connect up and make us feel like we're in the same room if we utilize that power. We're always paying attention to something anyway. Minnesota's in the room. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Gwen. Nice to have you here. Very nice. Everybody, take your time, really feel into the body. As you're moving here, you're on technology, set up your environment, look around, see what's not necessary right here and right now. Give yourself the gift of being here in this moment, setting down all the pings, all the pressures, and feel yourself here. Invite yourself in like a good guest or a good host to any guest. Yeah, welcome. All right, so I said we're going to look at a topic and then we're going to dive into practice, and I'd love your voice in the room. I'm always contemplating something, but I'm contemplating how incredibly complicated interpersonal relationships are. Anybody feel the same way? It's so complicated. There's so much that goes on between us. Right now you can see me, but you're not in the same room with me, so the signals are a little bit different. I can't see you, but every day when you're in connection with somebody, you've got, yes, Sarah says, you've got your history, you've got your memory, you've got the context that you've come out of, you've got things that I've got things that I'm conscious of and I'm not conscious of. I've got a whole family of origin and the generations previous to that in my bones and culture and this vehicle that I happen to present in that I didn't ask for. All of this in the room, all right, when we're engaging with somebody else. I want you to reflect for a moment. Of late, I've had a few conflictual engagements with people, or misperceptions, let's put it that way. And I want you to reflect, if you dare, just recall a conflict recently, an interpersonal conflict. It could be as simple as, you just felt misunderstood, or maybe you reacted or said something or behaved in a way that was beneath your best. Recall that. The social being that we are. Or maybe it's a time where you felt judged or exiled, That's a big, strong word, right? We're talking about diversity and inclusion and equity all the time, but boy, we can feel it when we're engaged with other people, when we've been suddenly excluded, even if they're still engaging with us. Have you ever had that? Yeah. Reflect it. You don't need to dig around in it too much, but reflect on it. And I want you to investigate a little bit more. What is it that you recall was the bodily experience of that? What did you notice? What happens in that interpersonal tension? Just play a little bit in that. What happens in the body? If you want to offer something in here, your wisdom, because it's a collective body, a body of wisdom here right now. What is it that happens in the body? Your body, when we're in that conflict. And then what then what inclines, what then happens? Ah, thank you. Tense. Yeah. Oh, nice input here about expectations get in the way. Yeah, the assumptions, right? How it should be, how we should be treated. We're not being treated that way. But in the body, for me, it's very much directly in the solar plexus. Maybe a little bit into the belly, but there's a tightening, a bracing. Carl, stressful, yes. Rapid heartbeat, nice. You're in there examining that quick somatic reactivity to what we could simply say is some kind of perception of threat, especially if we're being excluded, right? Or we feel that rejection. That's a trigger. That's a deep evolutionary biological trigger of I won't survive if I'm not affiliated. It's big stuff. And then the next thing to inquire is what do you tend to do? What's the behavior, the action, the words that come out of that? What's your MO? Some people withdraw, get quiet. Some people get in the fight, say things they shouldn't. I might be more of a fighter than a withdrawer. What is it that you do? And then all the crazy stuff in the mind of assumptions and stories that are made up. It's such a cascade. Such a cascade. And there's a reason I'm spending time here, right? So if we look around the world today, we know that this is a problem. It's not what's going on in the world. It's what's happening between us and our misunderstandings, misperceptions, misinformation, and so for myself, having a recent incident, I've been examining what happened. Where did I get disconnected? What hurts, And the only way that I know, and science supports, that we can mitigate this, that we can get in the game and create change is through the body. And I'm excuse me, I know we hear about all this all the time and it gets very trendy. So just take it out of the trendy and get into the truth. Being with the body in a particular way actually really links us up to our brains, our capacity to actually see that our perceptions are never accurate. And neither is anybody else's. But our heart has some good indicators. And when we can get connected up, we have more of a chance to actually then engage in ways that are much more effective no longer beneath the best, but at the top of our truth. How's that for a couple T's and B's in there? All right, we're going to get into practice, and obviously you can probably see where we're going. I did want to share a picture. I don't know if I can do it real quick. I'll see if I can do it quick. And I don't want to bore you all on that side. Let's see if this comes up. Do you see that picture? Oh, where did I go? Where am I? There am I. Anybody know who this is? And in the news this past week, this is dear Aya. Yes, it's been everywhere, right? So I'm not exactly ahead of the game here. I'm not presenting anything new, but why am I bringing her forward? The beautiful story, if you don't know, right, from the earthquakes in Turkey, that this baby was born in the earthquake under the rubble. The mother didn't survive exactly, but she did. And Aya is her name, and Aya means miracle. And she's in the good care of an amazing physician who says, I will not let anybody adopt her until her wider, further out family might come in to claim her. But in the meanwhile, his wife is breastfeeding her. The reason I bring her, I mean, the picture is just brilliant. The eyes, the vulnerability, the love that just comes from us so immediately. Excuse me for a moment. I need to turn on some heat. I drank a cold smoothie and now I'm starting to shake. But this is why I bring her forward. She has that visceral response in us. She represents something. You know, check it out for yourself. Just like when you're recalling the interactions that are complicated and confused, this is truth, right? Wow, it's just immediate, just immediate. So I'm gonna blessings to Aya, and I won't bring up this picture, but the same was true with George Floyd, right? So George Floyd, that video showed so much of the specificity of somebody murdering someone else. And that's where we got hit, right? We got hit viscerally, which allowed us to stand up and to take action. So this visceral information is primary and is what we're acting out of all of the time. And so if I don't take time to be here with this gateway, this bodily gateway to the present moment and to everything else that happens in my own confused mind, then I don't have a chance. So enough on all of that. And thank you for being here, and thank you for taking time reflecting on your own life and reflecting with me. These are ways that we can wake ourselves up. So let's get into the body a little bit, okay? In any way that makes sense according to your body and the way it is, exactly the way it is, please listen to it. So beginning to allow a little movement, we'll dive into practice. Let the shoulders rise up, back and down. You can even get your arms into it. Let the breath leave you. Connect up to the dear body. Let the energy open up. So often what's happening is that we're going through life. It feels okay. I'm all right. You know, I had my coffee. I got a smile on my face. Everything's going great. But the body's got some kinks in there. The energy's held. get caught in these protective patterns. A little bit, letting the shoulders unwind. Please listen to your own body. You can't see the lower part of me, but I'm seated. And so now just beginning to rotate in the pelvis, this horizontal movement. You've done this before if you've been with me. Leaning into the left, sit bone, back to the right, forward, whatever direction you're going, and your own pace and rhythm. Just changing it up, feeling into it, never pushing past pain. Letting the breath be here and feeling it move up into the middle spine and into the shoulders and the neck. Caring for this incredible information system of a body. It doesn't matter what we think. I mean, it does, but it's not the primary source of information. All right. Find your way into the center point. And now lifting the chin up, moving forward and tucking the chin and moving back. So now you're allowing the whole snaking of the spine. Being with yourself. Once you get the hang of the rhythm, being with your interiority. Really feel into it. Never push past pain, but don't be afraid of discomfort. And be surprised. I had no idea, right? Oh my goodness, dear body. And then snake your way into that center point. You can shake it a little bit. And then softening the eyes and settling in, getting to know how the body is now. And allowing breath to be remembered with your gentle directions, allowing it to leave you. So important. Letting the breath leave out the mouth, soft jaw, soft tongue. Breathing in through the nostrils, feeling it inside of the chest. And again, in your own rhythm and pace, but letting the exhale be longer and slower out the mouth. Sensing it inside, fill you. And in your own time, letting the breath settle and sense in, curious, investigating the impact of any engagement, any new element added or taken away. And let the mind run wild. I know that seems contrary to maybe the intention of ideas about mindfulness. But you don't need to run away with it. Just let it be. Let there be a kindness, appreciation for its wandering and wondering, where it goes, the past or the future, the judgments, liking, not liking. It's all fine. But here's the deal. Body leads. Body leads. So on your next exhale, if you wish, or just let my voice go past you, drop all the way down your body, your torso, heart, solar plexus, lower belly, all the way into the base of your body, the perineum. And just let the breath come and go. But now your focus is right there at the base of your body. Now, this may not come across well with this microphone and technology, but only if you feel safe enough to engage. Allow yourself a sound as you focus right there at the root. Try that for a few rounds on your own. If you wish, you can add a color, red, root, and a word, safety. And then just settle for a moment. Allow the entire body to drop down. Release the jaw. Soften the belly. Let yourself have a little swallow. Stick with the facts. Warmth of body, weightedness, the wind of breath, all here and now. There's no story, just this. Soften. Settle. And see your own good heart as a human being. If you did recall a particular difficulty with another human being, really offer yourself the kindness and consideration of your own longing to be seen, heard, and recognized, to be understood. And that others feel the same way. And primarily listen here to this gateway, to the intelligence, your body, right here, right now. How sensitive it is, how finely tuned, how it gets so lost to patterns of protection. So just savor a few more moments, however you are, just in the possibility of the freedom from the boxes, of our own mind, of how others perceive us, of the fighting, the false social strategies. Just the freedom of this safety. And as you take your next breath, imagine that you might take this on the road with you. Not easy for sure, but to be interested, just interested in these quick, visceral indicators, and then be able to remember the root, the truth, and drop down. Oh, okay. Maybe I could widen now. Maybe I could listen more. Maybe I don't have to make somebody understand me. Whatever it is. I mean, these are skills. These are high-level skills to train. We need them for our health and well-being and for the wider implications of our social world and the planet. So there we are. I'm a few minutes over. My apologies. I want to just sit here with you for a very, very long time. And all the blessings to everyone around the world. Thanks for being part of that. All right. And a happy birthday to Aya. What a way to come into the world. Can't wait to see what she does with her life. All right, everybody. That is it. Your feedback is always welcome here. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I don't have to make someone understand me. Yeah, that only is possible when I feel this comfort and clarity and ground. I'm not so unsteady. We get insecure, yeah? That's the way it goes. All right. You're very, very welcome. Thanks, everybody, for being here, for taking your life in your own hands and training your mind and your heart and your body. Carry on. More to come. You're very welcome.